Hi, everyone. An interesting question about decisions and relationships. Dear Clem, I wonder if you could shed some light on the area of indecisiveness. I've been in a relationship for around 18 months, and for about the last 6 months, I'm unsure whether to continue with it or not. I seem to change my mind on this constantly. It's a push-pull feeling, and I watch my mind go back and forwards with the dilemma. I'm going round in circles and I feel like I'm 50-50 and unable to decide. It feels quite unfair on my partner as he can sense me pulling away or having cold feet about our relationship, and then other times I'm open and loving. Understandably, it's confusing and difficult for him to be in a relationship with someone who's not sure about him. I'd be really grateful if you could speak to what's really going on here around being stuck with indecision. Yeah, I really recognize this. I had the same myself for a long time. And I think the problem is that it's being looked at from the perspective of a separate me that needs to work out the right thing to do. So somehow I need to decide now what I want in my future, what I really want in romantic relationships, how someone else is going to be, how they're going to react. I'm from that point of view, I'm trying to make a decision that is going to be the right one, and I'm trying to make it based on stuff that changes from minute to minute. So I'm like in a swamp. I'm in a swamp of thought created information that has actually no connection to reality. It's just mental stuff. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. Sometimes he's the best thing in the world, sometimes I can't stand him. Sometimes I see us 80 years old on a park bench together. Other times I want to end it now, this minute. It's like, and we're trying within that to find um some sort of truth, aren't we? We're trying to like find the concrete truth within it, and we can't because there isn't one. But the mind is going mad trying to find it. We wake up in the middle of the night and spinning, spinning, spinning. So we're exhausted. We're absolutely exhausted by this. There's no respite in it. It looks like if only I think hard enough, I'll get the right answer. I'll find the right answer that will finally bring me peace. And we just can't. We're basically, the mind is stuck in mud, spinning its wheels, creating more mud. That's all that's going on. So the truth sets us free. So let's look at what the truth is. So that the truth is, there is a mind body doing stuff that makes sense for it according to whatever according to what's being believed, what understanding is foundational in that moment. And so what we can see, because when the mind just shifts out of that frantic searching, that frantic desperate, one day I'll be free, one day I'll be peaceful, if only I can find the right answer, when it comes out of that and it just settles back into its truth, which is as a witnessing space, and it can just see behavior happening, words being said. And the truth is that the behavior and the words that are being said there's no doer of those words. There's no chooser. They're just words and actions that are coming from whatever program is running in that moment. The mind, lost in identification, believes it's doing it, but a settled mind is watching it, watching them happen. And the words and actions are revelatory about the program that's running. That's it. There is no doer. There's no doer saying these words now. Of course there's not. But there is the capacity as the witnessing presence to hear the words, to observe the actions, and to recognize the program that it's coming from, to sit in that spaciousness with the inquiry. Does that sound true? And if does this behavior reflect the deepest truth of our being? And if not, then that's a moment to really see what's running the show in that moment. What is there? Fear? Is there shame going on? Is there insecurity? What's being projected into this relationship? It's a moment, I call it impersonal accountability. It's the recognition that there is no doer, no chooser. And at the same time, there's the capacity to observe and to have the information that's available. And so then it starts to become clear that staying or going is happening according to what makes sense. That's all. And at the moment, as we can see from the message, staying makes sense because we're still here in the relationship. So instead of battling with the decision, should I stay or should I go, it's acknowledgement that the decision is happened already, isn't it? The decision is happening right now to stay. And if I'm going, then the decision has happened to go. Do you see? So instead of lost in belief that I'm the doer, there's a witnessing of what actions are revealing. And in my own relationship, there was staying, even though we were all deeply unhappy. And then one day, going made total sense, and there was nothing that could have stopped the going. And it was like from black to white, white to black. It was just so clear. And so the confusion just generates more confusion. The truth is to see how current actions reveal what is making most sense. And that's it, really. That's it. And then apart from that, so at the moment we're in the relationship because leaving hasn't happened. And so let's be in every single moment of this right now. Have whatever's there to be had. Notice when actions and words are out of alignment with the sort of deep inner yes or no. So voicing truth more and more, noticing when there's resentment, resistance, and seeing how does my behavior keep that in action? How is my behavior exactly the same? All the time. So we're moving, the whole system is moving more and more to this space of impersonal accountability, in which there is sanity in the sense that none of this is identified with, none of it's claimed by a separate me, and there is ownership of the behavior, the words that are happening here. And that to me is sanity. That's how everything can be navigated from a place of truth, from a place of what's really going on. Yeah. I feel you, lovely. I've been there, darling. So yeah, this freedom, ultimately, this way of understanding this body, mind, and what it does. Yeah. Lots of love. Bye.